Final seal deal of Les Cowboys and Jon Machota of the Athletic Cowboys beat writer. Leave it to Jerry Jones. Have big practice against the Rams. Everybody wants to talk football. Finally get to talk football. Get to practice against another team. And it's all about what's on the field. And Jerry Jones talks out the practice. And now it's not about what's on the field. Everything what happened during practice don't matter because he don't know if Michael Parsons is going to be there day one.
I just think he can't help himself. That's what it comes back to, is that he can't talk without giving us something, which is great for our jobs, don't get me wrong, but just so people know, it wasn't like that was the thing that was being asked about right when we saw him.
No.
I mean, he was probably asked about 5 or 6 minutes about stuff he saw on the field and things like that. Then it got into, obviously, Micah Parsons, and yeah, I was surprised that he said it, because even we've asked Brian Schottenheimer, like, do you expect Micah to be out there week one? And he's like, yeah, we expect Micah to be out there. And so what it comes back to for me is that I don't really think this is Micah Parsons versus the Cowboys. This, to me, is Micah Parsons versus Jerry Jones. I think that's why. I mean, for them not to even have talked since he put out that statement on Friday,
yeah,
I thought that was kind of
for a guy who's a relationship guy like Jerry, and he likes to build on relationships and talk about their relationships. And it's, to me, it's like I'm on both sides of the fence here, because how can you really be demanding a trade? I'm mad at you. I don't want to be here. I'm demanding a trade.
Right.
But yet I show up in a jersey every day. My family's here. My kids are here. Like, we still want happy family.
That's right. I'll take the other side, though.
Yeah.
This is the part that I'm having the hardest time with, is Jerry keeps bringing up how he does these handshake deals, and he's done them in the past. And it's like, you cannot expect like a young kid to know, okay, so this is a completely like an agreement. We're just handshaking on this without my agent being involved. I don't know how you can seriously think that was going to be the case. Like, I understand that he's probably got an anger towards Micah because he thought they agreed to everything, but like, nobody is going to do a deal without their agent being involved. And he's been in the league for so long. He knows that's the case, 35 years, whatever it is. Like, that's the part that I can't get past, that he really is stuck on, that he thought that they had this handshake agreement. Well, when the agent isn't involved, it can't be a real agreement.
It's old school bartering. Don't you know how we do it in Arkansas and Texas, down here in the South? I know you're not from the South, but when I shake my hand, young man, and we make a bet, we make a deal, word is my bond, solid as oak.
Okay.
I mean, we're going to let the details, Jerry, it's funny because Jerry brought up, when I bought the Cowboys, we just said we are going to do a deal, and then we let the money deal later.
Yeah,
that ain't how it works.
No, yeah.
You don't worry about the money later, because the money is the deal,
right?
And you need an agent to make sure it's not just about paragraph 5, which is what your base salary is. It's about cash flow. It's about how
guarantees.
It's guaranteed, and how it's paid out, and all those things that you need your agent. And we just talked about the Trevon Diggs thing. It's about workout bonuses and everything else you got to do to get a deal. And Jerry said, well, we had a meeting of the mind that I want you here and you want to be here and we're going to play. Well, yeah, I want to be here and you want to be here, but how do we make that happen? How do we do that without getting to the nitty-gritty details of the contract, which I need my agent here for?
And you need to at least be talking. For them not to have any dialogue right now is that's the alarming part.
Like,
and I know it can come together quickly, don't get me wrong, but that is alarming.
That's why I don't worry about it, because I know they can come together quickly. But it's like two kids. It's like everybody's in their feelings, and everybody's in their corners, and everybody is like, I'm not picking the phone. I'm not picking the phone. I'm waiting for you to call. You know how you get mad at family or girlfriend or boyfriend or husband, wife, and you don't want to be the first one to call.
Yeah. And
that's what's happening. They don't want to be the first one to call. And Micah said, well, I told him to call my agent. We were doing this deal when he had me in this room and had a gun to my head, right? And made me agree to this deal. And I said, well, call my agent. And they've yet to call his agent. Still get to call his agent. Still with their chest out. I don't talk to agents.
Which we know he does, obviously, because he does deals all the time. The thing that I will say also with that is there is a deadline coming up, because you obviously need to have him ready. And you can't do the Dak deal where it's done a couple hours before the season opener.
No, it's not the same.
On the field. I know he's staying in shape, but it's not the same as what you can do out here, and so that's the tough part.
Yeah, that's why I asked him. I said, what's the urgency? I asked him that urgency. Camp is one thing. You got the Eagles game coming up. What's the confidence of him being on the field and ready to go for the Eagles then? There should be some sense of urgency. And he said, well, I have none, and I have no confidence. I'm urgent. How are you urgent? Well, you won't even call the guy. You won't even talk to the guy. He was within 2 feet of you, and you won't even talk to the guy, but yet you're urgent, and you have no confidence in being on the field. And again, it's about the season. It's about, you got Schottenheimer first year, you're trying to win. You're trying to put your best foot forward. And if you wait till August, or you wait till late August, already in August, you wait till late August, early September, to sign a deal, he's in shape, but he's not doing football things, you only ask him to get in. I've seen too many guys. We go back to Dez. When he held out, as soon as he got his deal, he got hurt.
Right.
You know, and it's not his fault.
Yeah.
But that's part of it, and that's part of the deal when he brings it up. You could get hurt. We had to get hurt. But you get more susceptible getting hurt when they're not prepared to play. And now they're going out there to prove something or help their teammates, and you do a little more, do a little extra, and you pull something.
And I agree with all that, and I'll keep it short. The only thing I'll add to that is, I'm sure you guys have talked about this a lot too. When you look at that Cowboys schedule, you have to strike early. It is really loaded on the back end. You cannot afford to kind of just slowly ease in the season. You have to win right away. You have to get off to a hot start with this new coaching staff, so that's a factor in this as well.
The soap opera continues. We're going to have Monday, we have a kind of red carpet screening of Jerry Jones' Netflix. But I think he cares more about the Netflix thing right now. He gets more excited when we talk about Netflix than anything right now. And so that's on the forefront. Netflix is coming out. We're going to talk about the glory days.
Yep.
And it's still about the 90s and the gambler. What's the name of it?
Yeah, the gambler, Jerry Jones.
Jerry's a gambler.
His Dallas Cowboys.
He's gambling. He gambled with the Cowboys. He gambled when he bought the Cowboys. He turned into $1 billion, the richest franchise in sports, and now it's gambling with Michael Parsons.